Thank you for joining us again, Chancellor Young. My name is Nelson Newman, and I'm an eighth grader from Exploration and Discovery. Our first question we're going to be getting into today is what are some challenges and some benefits of including AI into our current education system?
Well, there there are several challenges. However, I think the benefits far outweigh the challenges. Uh, and number one, the the most immediate benefit is that AI helps us with the timing of the instructional process. So by incorporating AI into education, we're able to take advantage of time. And if you just said it, we spent some time right now. Somebody might say we wasted time. However, we spent time trying to get ready for this interview. Um, there are probably opportunities within AI and the overall technology system where one day you will be able to conduct an interview and just flip a switch and you can cut out all of the background noise, right? You won't have to worry about closing a door or waiting for them to move on. You could just filter out the noise that you don't want to hear. That's the power of technology. And I think it helps people in my business use the time that we have more effectively to help students. So I think that's critical. The other thing that benefit of AI is it expands the amount of information that we can digest. All right. So for example, when I was in school or when I was in graduate school and I was doing research for my dissertation, I had to go to the library. I had to read all of the articles. I had to then transcribe the articles on note cards. Then I had to take my note cards and then rewrite that into a dissertation.
Yeah, that's a lot
Just
of stuff.
imagine, yeah, you don't have to do that today, right? I could go home and sit at my desk. I could type in the title and hit the button, and all of a sudden I could get all the research that's available. Well, what does AI help? Through AI, that process that I talked about, where I had to actually write and take notes and transcribe and then come up with a dissertation. Well, AI could do all of that for me, right? Just think of the amount of time that you can save by using it. So I think there are tremendous instructional benefits. But what are the challenges? The first challenge is comes under what I would call inequity. In other words, uh, the use of technology uh, comes with tremendous resource challenges. It costs money. It's just that simple. And the places, the schools with more resources, with more dollars, are able to have the best technology. Places that don't have those resources, it's going to take a while for them to get the amount of money that's needed to support the technology. Now, what's an example of that? There's some middle schools right now that might have studios already built into their school.
Hmm.
However, your school doesn't have a studio, so you have to wait until it's built. But the
Yeah.
first thing the principal had to do is the principal had to be very creative in trying to get the necessary source so that he could build a studio, a state of
Oh
the
yeah,
art
that's true.
studio for your school, uh, that would help you. So the resource factor is a huge challenge. And the other challenge is something someone told me once. He said, you know, we're going to live in a time where you're going to have to make a decision. You'll have two choices. You're either going to be the person telling the machine what to do, or the machine is going to tell you what to do. And
Mhm.
so you've got to decide which one do you want to be. And I think that's a huge challenge for all of us.